self-storage in College Station. It's actually in Welborn, which is 8 miles from Kyle Field. That's where the Texas A&M Aggies play. I'm not an Aggie. I'm not a UT fan. I lived in Austin since 1982, but it's a nice little town. You got Bryan College Station. You got 200,000 people that live there, so it's a very good population for self-storage. There's multiple self-storages in that town. Again, possibly because there's 60,000 students there, and the student population tends to fill up the self-storages for at least 2 weeks out of the month. And we'll get into the reasoning behind that a little bit later. So again, I live in Austin, Texas, and 2 hours from College Station. My thinking is that you or your client should buy a self-storage within an hour of their first property, within an hour of their house, because you have to go and learn the process. I drove up 2 hours at 6 o'clock in the morning, get there at 8, and sometimes left at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It made for a very long day, and it's just too onerous in my opinion, but that's just my own opinions here. Okay. Right. You always buy with some upside extra land. They're not making any more of that unless Elon gets us to Mars or wherever the heck he's going. And my property there, it was 4.5 acres. It was actually 5 acres, but some of the land was given eminent domain because they're going to change 5210 Straub Road from a 2-lane road to a 3-lane road. So, and only 1 acre of it was 1 to 1.25 acre was had 12,000 square feet of non-climate controlled self-storage, and I had about 40 open air RV storages. Most of them were RVs. There was a couple of boats there. Okay. And third one is, I think one of the ones that just hit me the hardest. If it seems too good to be true, it could be. It could be. This was advertised on LoopNet as a 10% cap rate and 100% occupied. This was 5 years ago. The self-storage market is a little bit more hot now than it was before, but it had been on the market for 3 months. A local guy had it rented, had it listed, and a local guy was selling it. Okay. And what I found out was I was trying to get an SBA loan with 6 other partners. And the deal was that he owned a storage company and a moving company. And the storage company, when you look at the tax records, it was not delineated, right? So you had $1 million worth of income, which essentially $100,000 of that is all that you could possibly, $140,000 is all you could possibly attribute to the self-storage income. His tax records were so combobulated that you couldn't make heads or tails out of them. So I tried to ask for estoppel certificates, but estoppel certificates are for annual rents. And the agent talked me into not asking for estoppel certificates. So I learned my lesson the hard way on that one.